Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Wendy.
And welcome to the Toasted Marshmallow Adventures podcast. Today in the studio, we've got Madison Thomas. She is a coworker of mine at Intermountain Hospital. We're both psychiatric technicians. I guess I just told the story of how we met at work. Yeah. Usually that's how we start them. Now, I guess let's start, how'd you end up at Intermountain Hospital?
I was a CNA for 4 or 5 years, but I always my whole life wanted to be a counselor, drug and alcohol counselor. Mm-hmm. So when I got my bachelor's, it was just time to leave and do something else and go into psych. And psych tech was available, and my friend Amy, who used to work at Intermountain Hospital, shout out to Amy, got me a job there, and I went.
Oh, nice. So is that because I don't talk to Amy or except for at work, but so she doesn't work there anymore?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. Just for medical stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's crazy. Cool. So you said you wanted to be a drug and alcohol counselor?
Yes, I did. Just basically based off, my own personal experiences, families, environments, and just wanting to help people. I think the best way to help somebody is to understand their situation and have empathy. So that'd definitely be a region in therapy to do that. So you want to do that because of your own experiences with drugs?
Oh, here's Dipper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm very experienced in drugs and alcohol.
So are you going for drugs and alcohol? That's my degree. I got health sciences with minor in alcohol and drug studies. I was going to rehab alcoholics. Is that what you're going for or something else?
I just want to get the licensing, but I'm getting my master's right now in social work, so I can kind of do whatever I want to do if I find out I really don't enjoy doing drug and alcohol.
So your
counseling.
Bachelor's is in?
Addiction psych.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's from where?
SNHU. Oh. Southern New Hampshire University. Oh, okay. It's an online school.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, BSU didn't offer anything like that when I was going.
That's different.
Nice.
Hi.
Awesome. So let's talk about your own experiences. That
Duchess has entered the building.
Yes, she has. She's under the
you
table.
cannot see her, but we're moving cords. So
she always is.
A little companion.
Yeah.
She's very friendly, and she might lick your legs.
That's okay. I love dogs. Yeah. So I guess we start from the beginning that I can remember. I took my first sip of alcohol, I think I was 9, and it was by accident. Mm-hmm. I was at a 4th of July party with my parents, and my parents drank and partied growing up, mostly my dad, but we were at a 4th of July party. They had red Solo cups everywhere, and I was looking for my juice. I'm like 9 years old, and I took a sip of something. It burned my throat. I remember it was alcohol because I've smelt it before, and that was my first experience with anything. And then fast forward to teenage years, I was like 13 or 14. My cousin threw her sweet 16 at my uncle's house, and we were a bunch of teenagers partying. My mom was there supervising. My aunt was there supervising teenage party. But I went downstairs with my cousins, and they were sneaking me shots because I was way too young. I mean, we were all way too young to be drinking, but I was the youngest person there. I was a baby. I took 4 shots of vodka, and it felt
9?
funny. No, I was 14.
Oh. 14.
Yeah. Didn't like it, got sick, whatever, but it kind of opened me up to other things. I started hanging out with the bad kids, I guess you could call them. They were always getting in trouble, and we were just doing whatever we wanted to do. I was pretty rebellious as a teenager. My mom, I don't know how she survived it, that poor woman, but I had friends that smoked weed. I smoked weed for the first time at 14, and then I just met other people, and you go to parties, and people had pills and coke and ecstasy and just all kinds of stuff. And I was young on experiments, so I tried everything. I got into hallucinogens. I've done every drug you could probably think of. So
did you make it through high school?
I did, surprisingly.
Wow.
Surprisingly.
Graduated on time and everything? Wow.
I did.
So were you addicted to anything at that point?
Yes. So I started really partying at 15, 16, going to high school parties. But my home life wasn't that great. Aside, and also including teenage hormones and angst. So it was just not a good combination. It was very abusive, violent. My dad was an alcoholic. So there was always liquor in the house, and I was always drinking it. I'd go to school with water bottles full of vodka and be drinking it in class, like just going the hardest. But at the time I was so young, I was just like, oh, I'm just being young and rebellious. But I didn't realize, oh, I'm developing an addiction really early to cope with mental illness and emotional trauma that I was going through at the time. And I didn't really have huge consequences for my drinking and drugging until I became an adult and I started drinking and driving. And I started spending all my money on alcohol or drugs, whatever was available at the time. And it just slowly escalated. But even at 18 years old, I still was like, okay, well, I'm just young and being dumb, and all my friends have DUIs. My dad has a DUI. You kind of justify it in your head because you're ignorant to or in denial what's going on, and you're just kind of like, this is the way it is. Oh, I went to jail, I'm out, because all my friends are in and out of jail.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, I'm just doing what everybody else is doing. Or
Did you end up in jail?
Oh yeah, I've been to jail 4 times.
Actual jail or juvie?
Jail, actual jail. I actually never went to juvie, surprisingly. I don't know how I surpassed
lucky.
that. But no, I went to jail first time at 18, got a DUI, totaled my car, crashed into a parked car, drunk as hell, had a whole bottle of bourbon, drinking Steel Reserves, those
those
big
tall
boy
cans.
drinks. Yeah. And I thought I could drive home, so I wanted to go to bed. And I could not drive, obviously. I'm just thankful I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
And no one was in the car with me. And the car I hit was parked, so obviously no one was in the car. I'm lucky though, and even at that age I was like, I could have killed somebody.
Yeah.
That's scary. But even at that time I was just like, oh, it's fine, I'll just plead guilty and just deal with it.
Yeah.
What was your family doing at that point? Did they support you? Or
when I was 18,
and you were getting into trouble, were they trying to help you, or were they not there?
So I grew up with an alcoholic father, and at about 16, my dad and I had a lot of problems. He was very abusive to me and my mother, and I was acting out because of that. And so at about 16, 17 years old, I got tired of the abuse and I ran away from home. So I was kind of on my own. I was living with a family that I considered like a foster family, and they were alcoholics as well. So at the time, my mom did the best she could. She was dealing with the divorce. She was raising my little brother.
Was she drinking or no?
She drinks, but she's not
an alcoholic.
Yeah. Like she drinks once a week on the weekends, and whatever, and she deserves it. But but my dad would drink every night, go to the bar, come home drunk, pick fights with me, pick fights with my mom.
So the abuse was more like physical abuse.
Yeah, it was verbal, emotional, and physical at times. So I was just angry, and I wasn't easy to deal with either. So my mom was juggling that and me and raising my little brother. So when I was living with this other family, she was like, okay, I want you to come back home, or like, you doing okay? My mom is a saint. She's always been there for me, even at the worst, and we'll get there. But, but around the time when I was 18 and I got my DUI, I remember my mom knew I was partying a lot. She's like, you go to jail, I'm not bailing you out. And I was like, I don't expect you to, because I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Went to jail. I did call her from jail, drunk as hell. I was like, hey, Mom, I'm in jail. She's like, what'd you do? I was like, I got a DUI. I told her what happened. She's like, well, you know what I said. I'm not bailing you out. I was like, that's fine. I had, a random boyfriend who bailed me out the next day. So whatever. It was fine. But there was a couple times, too, when I was 18, I'd call my mom and be like, hey, I'm at a party, and I don't want to drive, or I don't have a ride, and I'm really drunk. She's picked me up a few times, but after a couple times, she's like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous. It's almost every night, and you're just doing stupid shit, and it's not cohesive with me. She wasn't happy with me, but it wasn't to a point where she was like, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
She was just like, I'm done doing this. So I was like, okay. So 19, I'm on probation for the DUI. I meet my now ex-wife, and I was 19, she was 34 or 35, and she lived in Meridian. Well, it was like a saving grace at the time for me because I was living at my neighbor's house. I had no car.
So are you from this area?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Boise or?
Born and raised here in Nampa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sheesh, that's unusual.
Yeah.
Right?
Seems like it.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Everyone's from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I am a purebred Idahoan.
Dang.
Like 3 generations or 2 generations.
Not one of us are. No.
Is all your family
cool.
still here?
Yeah, well, so my mom's side, my real dad's family's from England, and then my dad, the one that was an alcoholic who raised me, his family's...
Is he your biological?
No.
Oh.
No,
so it's not a genetic thing. I mean, or maybe it is.
My grandpa, my mom's dad, was an alcoholic, but he's been sober for over 30 years.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. Sometimes.
Yeah. I think environmental influences are a big part.
Yeah.
It's all these things. But, yeah, I mean, possibly. So, but yeah, I've always had a problem with drinking. Even when I was a teenager, my friends would be like, Maddie, you drink too much. I'm like, well, my life kind of sucks. So, but I've learned to realize when it's getting too much and be like, okay, this can potentially be a big problem.
Yeah.
So you should probably, take a few steps back, talk to a therapist, do what you need to do to help yourself. You got to help yourself. You got to advocate for yourself. But when I was 19, I met my ex-wife, and she lived in Mountain Home. Her family did, but she lived in Meridian when we met. And we moved to Mountain Home. And we were together for about 2 years. We had a whole wedding, everything. It wasn't legal back then. It was like 2012.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that she was on meth the whole time. And we drank all the time.
Yeah.
Same shit.
She hid it from you the whole relationship?
The whole time. Oh, sorry. I did not know because she worked graveyard shift and I worked during the day. So I'd be waking up in the middle of the night. She's awake. So I'm like, oh, it's just the graveyard, sleeping pattern or whatever. But then I started looking and I was like, she ain't sleeping at all. And she's doing weird shit, We're not doing couples things anymore. We're not really talking anymore. And she's super withdrawn. But, we broke up or divorced, whatever you want to call it. And we threw a party. And it was like New Year's Eve going into 2013, I believe, if I'm correct on my timing. And a bunch of people from the party that were there went into my roommate's room, and the next morning they were still here at my house, and I'm in the bathroom and she comes in. We're broken up at this point. I'm about to move out, but she's like, hey, you want to smoke? And I was like, what, weed? Like, okay. She's like, no, shit. And I was like, meth? Do you mean meth? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I have to lose. Like, I'm in a weird I'm in a weird home situation.
She's hooked on a cord.
Dipper.
And action.
Okay. Where was I? Okay, meth. Yeah. So instantly addicted to meth at 19. Got another bag that same day. Smoked it all super quick. It goes by quick. At this time, I had a really good job, and I was going to that job high, trying to act normal. I dropped 80 pounds in like 3 or 4 months.
Did you have it to give?
The
weight?
Oh yeah, I've always had struggles with my weight. I've always been like chunkier or like overweight or like a little extra. I love, but when I dropped the 80 pounds, like I looked like Skeletor. I remember I haven't seen my family for months, and it was like Easter, and I went to go see them, and I was so skinny, and I'm tall, so like a size 7 pant on me is like really small. So I went to go see them, and they're like, are you hungry? Do you want some food? Because I lied to them and I told them, I've been so sick this past month. I haven't been able to eat. Been sleeping like shit, blah, blah, blah. I've just been depressed, because I have mental illness too. Like I have depression and anxiety and bipolar, whatever. I didn't know that at the time though. Mm-hmm. I was just like, I just been super sad. So,
were you like the family member that when you showed up, people were like, oh shit, like something bad?
Were you that person?
I mean, seriously. I mean, just to be like,
because there's
super
always
real.
one,
Because I have that in my family. When they show up, you're like, oh, fuck.
Like, oh my
were you
God.
that? I mean, had you gotten to that? Or were you just like, oh, hey, she's a good time?
I think at the time it was kind of like that because I was such a little shit as a teenager, and I was just
I kind of feel like if you had shown up to my house, would have been like, are you fucking kidding me? If you were a mess.
Right.
And I totally could see it.
Oh, yeah. I was a mess. And, you were actually right.
Did your family know at this point or have suspicions?
I think they had suspicions, but like before my addiction was out on the table for everybody to see, my mom was just super unaware about what addiction is, what the lies, stories we tell.
In terms of your dad.
And because he was a drunk. Drug addict and a drunk are kind of different. Yeah. So it's different behaviors, like when someone's drunk, Mm-hmm. There's no hiding it, but drug addicts can hide it very well. But only for so long, And
had your mom at that point seen your dad as an alcoholic or no? Because that takes time. Sometimes you can figure it all out in your head. You can rationalize the shit out of anything.
I didn't think my mom was with him for 17 years. So I'll tell a little side story. So when I was 16, 17 years old, my dad came home drunk. My mom was out with friends because she just couldn't stand being around my dad. And my dad was super drunk and he'd start shit with me. Just because he was super confrontational and aggressive when he was drunk. And he'd be like, come upstairs, come talk to me. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. But he'd be like, come upstairs. So I came upstairs and he's just like, come talk to me, come sit by me. I was like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, you're an asshole and I know you're drunk. I don't want to deal with you. And he's like, you're a little bitch and all this stuff. And I was like, fuck you, and I ran down the stairs because I knew he was going to come after me and beat my ass because, I told him to fuck off. So I ran in the bathroom and I locked the door and he busted down that door. He's an Army vet. Or he was an Army vet, by the way.
So his point was just come up here. I'm going to tell you all about you and you should take it. Mm-hmm. That's how it would have been better.
Mm-hmm. Or just make me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because he had no boundaries.
Right.
He didn't know what boundaries were. He didn't care. So, but he busted down the door and he hit me and he punched the shower door and it was glass. He almost shattered it. And he tried to hit me and I ducked and I went under his arm and I ran out and I ran out the back door into the alleyway. And my neighbor who I lived with briefly after that heard us yelling at each other from outside because he's like, if you run away, you're never coming back. I was like, I'm never coming back. And I didn't. He actually chased me down the alleyway and my neighbor heard all the commotion and tackled him to the ground. This short old Air Force vet tackled my big 6'2" dad off the ground. I was actually kind of impressed.
Yeah.
And I ran and hid in a bush and I called my mom and I said, Mom, this happened. When are you going to leave him? And she was on the phone. She's like, I'm going to leave him now.
How old were you?
16, 17, around there.
Did she leave him?
Yes, she did.
Oh, nice.
Yes, she did. That was the breaking point. I think she knew for a while that he had problems, but I think her explanation to me was she wanted to keep the family together. She couldn't afford the house by herself. She couldn't afford to take care of 2 kids on her own.
And that's all true. Yeah. It is super hard. And that's what's fucked.
Yeah.
Right? It's financial abuse or financial holding.
Because you want to leave and you're and you don't want to reach out to your family because you don't want to tell them what's going down. Yeah. So you want to do it on your own and it's really hard.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. That sucks.
It is. I'm a single mom myself and I'm
glad she did it.
Me too.
Yeah, because some people wouldn't be that, like,
some people
even that brave to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really proud of her for it. And
did he take it okay, or did he come after her?
God, no. It was horrible. So, no, that was a nightmare. And that's part of the reason why I was never home those last few years, because he got a job out of state, working out of state, but when he was home, he would stay on the couch at our house because they owned the house, so they were trying to sell it, divorce. You know, the whole process is a freaking nightmare, and there's kids involved. Yeah. It's just a nightmare, and it takes time. So, yeah, I basically would stay somewhere else when he was in town, and mainly even if he wasn't, just because that house just gave me PTSD. So, yeah, it was just not good. He would he was still drinking. He never stopped drinking. It actually got worse as I got older. Mm-hmm. So,
is he still here?
No. So he passed away September 2nd, 2016. Wow. Today is September 2nd, 2020. So
4 years. How old was he?
He was 49.
Oh my God.
49. Wow. From alcoholism?
Yeah. So he lived in California for the last few years of his life with his girlfriend.
Did you have contact?
The last year and a half of his life, no. I got pregnant with my son, and I was like, hey, we're toxic for each other. We feed off each other. You make me want to do drugs, and I make you drink. And he wasn't sober though, was he? Never. Yeah. Never. And neither was I until, I got clean and I got pregnant. So, but yeah, the last year and a half of his life, didn't talk to him at all. And he came back to Nampa because he wanted to fix things with everybody and just move back here and start over. Mm-hmm. And the doctors told him before he left in California, he said, you keep drinking the way you do, you're going to get a heart attack and you're going to die. Because he was bloated. He was red.
It was super obvious.
Yeah.
Something bad's going down.
Yes. And
49.
Yeah. Yeah. He checked into I think it was the Shiloh Inn off the freeway. And he just
that
drank.
Place looks amazing.
Oh, that place.
It's nice.
You're fucking, that's Holiday Inn shit.
For real.
I mean, they call it an inn, but it's not an
it's
inn.
way more.
It's a way out. Yeah.
It's not fit for Jesus.
It's not. It is disgusting. And I've stayed in that hotel too when I was a tweaker, so I know.
We've heard.
It's nasty.
That's where the Job Corps kids go on the weekends when they get out.
They fucking rent a room for 20 people and they destroy it.
Yeah, and just
then they're like, peace out.
My son was in Job Corps, so we know this stuff.
Shit. That's crazy.
Shiloh Inn
when they weren't staying in ditches. Remember the ditch story when they stayed the night in a ditch?
They thought that was cool. It's like, we're hanging out in a ditch. And we're like, you're rad. What the fuck is this? We haven't done that shit.
In a nice bed.
At least sleep in your car. Right?
They're living their best life. They're renegades. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Shiloh Inn.
Oh, God. Okay, that place. And the hotel across the street is not much better.
Oh,
No. It sucks.
What is that? Is that the roadway in?
Yeah, they all suck ass. Hashtag Nampa hotels suck ass.
Yeah.
Right?
They call them inns, but
they're not. There's no inn.
No, I want to weigh out once I check in.
Yeah.
It's not. No.
How did you feel when your dad passed away 4 years ago to the day?
Dude, okay. I had my...
were you ready for it?
I didn't know because I wasn't talking to him. I just thought, he's just going to do this the rest of his life till he's old and gray and then he'll die, whatever.
Did you want to have a relationship?
Yeah, of course. That man stepped up and raised me when my real dad didn't. And he had a lot of issues, but he always provided for us. He was a hard worker. He was funny as hell. And when he was sober, he was the most giving person ever. He'd give his shirt off the back for anybody. He was protective. He defended the home. He was a good person when he was sober. And I actually really admired him. I was actually like a daddy's girl. So to go through all that, as a teenager and a child, the way he treated me with all of his demons, his problems, and then escalate to this where I can't even talk to my own father anymore. It was really heartbreaking and really hard for me, and it fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie, it did. I remember the call because I just got off work at St. Al's. That's where I was working with CNA. Just got the job there. My son was 4 or 5 months old. Single mom. Living my best life. Doing really good. And I get a call from my mom, and she's like, I don't know how you're going to take this, but I just want to let you know.
You get the call at work?
Right after work.
I'm literally in my
car.
At this time?
Car. Yeah. I just got off work. Yeah. So.
Well.
No. I've never drank or done drugs or been on drugs while working at St. Alphonsus. So I just want to preface that.
Oh, okay.
Because like I said, I've been clean for over 5 years.
Okay.
I gave them 4 years of my life. So, yeah, I got the call from my mom. She told me because a maid found him dead in his hotel room 2 days.
At the Shiloh Inn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
They found whiskey bottles all over the room.
Wow.
Like fifths. Just all over the room. In his bag, in the bathroom, in the bed,
did anything
everywhere.
happen, or this was his normal life, just caught up with him? Did something bad happen and he just went, let's fucking go?
Yeah, I think Idaho was a trigger for him, and the fact that I would refuse to talk to him, and we were just so done. I was so done with him, and I'm not going to take blame for his choices and what he did and what happened, because I think I made a good decision. I don't regret it. Initially when he died, I was like, it's all my fault. I should have just talked to him. Mm-hmm. But I can't live like that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because even if I talked to him, he'd still drink.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to do is prolong my pain, you know? And that's not fair.
49.
Yeah,
that's
49.
young.
Heart attack.
So young.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. And to be found by a maid, that's like shit from...
And die alone, you know?
Yeah, that's like some movie shit.
Yeah, it's like podcast shit. I mean, like Sword and Scale.
Yeah.
Like you died in a motel room and your maid found you.
Yeah.
That's sad, really, in terms of somebody's life.
Yeah.
It's sad.
49. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. It really does suck.
Yeah. So when you first heard this news, were you sad? Were you mad? Were you like, I don't give a shit?
Hey guys, Toasted Marshmallow Adventures now has merch. Go to toastymarsh.com and get you some.
To be honest, I was in shock. I really didn't know how to react. I had mixed feelings because at the time I was still like, fuck my dad. He fucked me up in the head, fucked up my life. He was abusive and all this stuff. And then, you start thinking about the good memories in your childhood and the times that this person was good to you and the impact this person had on your life because he raised you. So it was really...
Did you have good memories?
I did.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I did. I mean, I had more bad than good, but with him... But the good ones were really good. These were more when I was a little kid. So I think maybe I was more naive or not coherent to what he was doing. I don't know. When I got older, I started seeing more and more how he was acting. So maybe he never was, you question that as well. You're like, was he ever good? But the memories I do have are decent, he was always there for me when I needed him. And this is kind of fucked up, good memory, but I remember I got my first fight in 9th grade and I won. Or I thought I did. I don't know. But I left school and I came home and he was home and I was like, he's like, what are you doing at home? And I was like, well, I got a fight. He's like, did you win? I was like, well, I'm not on the floor and I'm here, so probably. And he was like, let's go out to lunch. I don't know. It's kind of like a fucked up memory, but he was proud of me. So at that time I was like, oh, he's proud of me. It's just weird little things. But he'd always wanted to do stuff with me and my brother. He always let's go on family vacations. Let's go to Lagoon. Let's go to Vegas. Let's go camping. Let's do all this stuff. So I have memories of, those normal memories. So, and there were times where he was really sweet to my mom that I caught. He'd leave love notes for her when I was a little kid and stuff like that. So I do remember that. But like I said, as I got older, I just saw more bad than good. So I kind of hold on to the good memories because he's dead. I got to take what I can get to deal with it. Because if I just look at him in the light of, well, he just did this to me and he was horrible, and I start to victimize myself. And I don't want that. Because I'm not perfect either. And he had a really fucked up childhood too. He was in the Gulf War, killed people. He had an abusive childhood himself. He had very severe PTSD. He was an Army veteran. Like, he had a lot of issues. And that's also why I got into psych, because I want to understand why people hurt other people and why people repeat cycles. You know, so
because it's what you fucking know.
Exactly.
And then you look for it.
Yeah. Oh, I did.
You're drawn to that.
Yeah.
The slew of many boyfriends I had.
From alcoholism, you draw in alcoholics or addicts.
Yep.
Boom. There it is. You're welcome.
Literally every person I've ever dated has been an alcoholic.
Or some kind of addict. It
Yes.
doesn't matter.
Yes.
Just find it.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. My dad's an alcoholic. Or was. He died last year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
He
was 77 and
okay.
He created havoc on my life for 77 years. So 49.
Jeez.
I think it's actually, from my perspective, it would have been better. Yeah. Just be done with it. Like, this bullshit.
Yeah.
In my life, it would have been okay. Yeah, my dad actually, he actually got sober when I was 21, but he lived as an alcoholic. He was still like super dry drunk, like still did the same asshole things, still fucked with my life, still made everything crazy. Yeah, and I hadn't talked to him for like 4 years, and then we get a call from his
friend.
His friend
flew into Delta Junction,
Junction,
Alaska.
Like, we saw moose.
Yeah, moose on the side of the road. That's where you're at. Yeah,
that's how awesome that was. It was awesome.
A cool sighting. Yeah,
but there was nothing else.
And we went to the North Pole.
We went
really?
North Pole, Alaska. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
There's a Santa Claus house.
But anyway, I feel like in the long run, you were given a gift. I really do.
Yeah.
In a way, because if somebody doesn't change, even if they change and they're still a dick, it's like, I have got nothing to work with. You're still a dick.
Right.
Like, you're a sober dick. Like, so.
I don't remember a time when he was really sober. I think there was one point in his life that I'm aware of that he was sober, and like I said, when he was sober, he was
like awesome.
He was great. Like, during the really bad drunken phase, like when I was like a teenager and adult, that I can remember, because he was a great person when he was sober. That's why it's so unfortunate, because it's like, if you helped yourself more,
you could have been cool, and we could have
and dealt with it.
Awesome thing.
Yeah. You would have been a grandpa, you know. Yeah. And he always wanted to be a grandpa.
Here. 49. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's like
young.
49.
My grandma died at 100. So to me, like 50 is halfway.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. I'm just like, holy shit. Like, and I saw myself going down that, that path of alcoholic destruction. Because after I found that out, I was just like, after the initial shock, because I was just kind of like, oh, well, that happened. What can I do?
And then when you go back to drugs or anything at that point?
No, but drinking, like, I was like, drinking hard.
Before you heard this news, or after?
After. I was doing decent. I was still kind of drinking here and there, but for celebratory reasons, or had a rough day or whatever. And then after I found that out, the shock wore off. I planned the funeral. I planned the majority of the funeral. Not all of it. I did the playlist, and I wrote the eulogy, and I spoke at his funeral, and we did the flag thing, and we had everybody out there. It was a nice funeral, but
as funerals go,
I don't know how nice they go. Yeah.
Come on now, that ain't even bullshit. That's horse shit.
Yeah, funerals are horse shit. It's like, I hate funerals, but pay tribute.
Oh shit!
What?
During my dad's funeral,
Oh, God.
Chris Adams had a colostomy bag, and
This
it was
is when
so.
all my shit was.
And it was so awesome because he didn't have control of when his
When I would
colostomy
shit
bag
or pass
farted.
gas.
And
no.
he totally farted in my dad's funeral. And I was like, my dad would have
Fucking
fucking
will
loved
so
that.
mad in my stomach.
He was like, oh shit. And I was like, it's all
So,
good, dude.
I never
My
met
dad-
him, so I guess it was a tribute.
My dad would have thought that was funny.
Oh my God.
Sheesh.
Farted in a funeral, dude. That was the
Fucking
bullshit.
On a plane, like 2 days after I got my wound vac
Oh, yeah.
removed.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Really?
He had
Damn.
to change his whole ostomy bag on the plane.
Bathroom, yeah, because I didn't really have it down at that
No.
point, and I was like, I think some bad shit's about to happen.
Literally.
You know how you're like on a plane and you smell farts, and Chris and I would look at each other and be like, "Oh shit, is that you?
Is that you? Dude?
Yeah.
You might be farting, dude."
And so I like went to the airplane bathroom and changed my ostomy bag in that little 10-year-old. And I came out and there was like a line. I just kind of walked past with my head down, like nothing to see here.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry. That took 10
Ostomy bag.
minutes.
Just mind your business. We're on a plane. Let's
Don't
get
have
along.
control of this shit.
Yeah,
Literally.
so,
I was about to explode.
Literally.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God. Shit. Shit.
But glad to be
Literal
alive.
shit.
Oh yeah. Literal.
Really? It was
Yes.
a shit show.
Super
literally.
glad.
Yeah.
Because I remember you telling me that, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's insane."
It's a crazy story.
It is.
Everyone I tell is shocked on this story.
Horrific.
Yeah. Well, Wendy lived through the worst of it
Yeah.
while I was sedated.
It was horrific.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I
I do not recommend it.
no,
Horrific.
no, not for it or
Yeah.
around it. No, or in
She
it. Yeah.
didn't know in that week if I was going to live or die.
Oh God, that's just so stressful.
Yeah.
And heartbreaking. Ugh, well, glad you're here.
Yeah.
Glad you're both
Me
still
too.
here. Yes. Wonderful.
So where are we at?
So let's go on to from that point, I guess at around 19 to the first
meth.
time you started doing first time you did heroin.
Oh, heroin? Okay. So got instantly addicted to meth, and then I moved in my own place, and then I met another girl who was a crackhead too, so it's my drug addiction got worse, yada yada. Lost my job, lost my apartment, was living out of my car, just doing meth every day, smoking it, snorting
in
it.
your car?
Living in my car at Mountain Home. I was homeless
How
in
old?
Mountain Home. I was 19, 20 years old.
Okay.
And so it got to the point where I was like, I need help. And my family, or my mom at that point, knew that I was on drugs because she was like, you're being weird. Like, you're asking for money all the time. Like, what is going on? And she found out,
Yeah.
And so she was like, well, you're going to move to Arizona with your cousin. You're going to get clean and all this stuff. I was like, okay, whatever. And so I moved to Arizona and I lived with my cousin. And I detoxed there basically. I sleep there for 2 weeks. Sleeping and eating and babysitting her daughter. My cousin was an alcoholic and did drugs. So I was just kind of like, what am I doing here? I'm a glorified babysitter and I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go get high. So I convinced a friend to buy me a bus ticket back to Idaho. Got it. Left because my cousin was drunk one time, gave me $50. So he used that $50 to get a taxi to the Greyhound bus station in Surprise, Arizona to Phoenix.
Greyhound, classy.
It was super classy. Took a Greyhound back to Idaho from Arizona. Woke up in Las Vegas. Went to Los Angeles. Went to Twin Falls. And I was back in Nampa. Who was greeting me there when I got there? The couple that got me into shooting up meth.
Wow.
So this girl I was friends with since 6th grade. And her mom was an addict to meth. And she was. And I was talking to her, because we stayed friends. She's like, oh, you should come stay with me and live with me and all this stuff. And I was like, I hear you're struggling, you're homeless. I'm like, okay. And between this time, I was living with my grandma and my mom and then her. But I ended up living with her because, she had drugs. And I started doing meth again. And I remember I was smoking in her garage. And she was like, hey, do you mind if I shoot up? I was like, do what do you want to do? I'm gonna smoke this meth. Go ahead. She's like, oh, thanks, because I bought a bag. I split it with her. And then I was still dating this girl that I met from Mountain Home, but she moved to California to try to get clean. That didn't work out. That didn't work out for me. Then I found out she cheated on me one day, and I went up to my friend. I was like, I want to shoot up. I'm done. I was up for a couple days, a little delusional. But
you had never shot up before.
No.
One day you was like, I want to shoot up.
And I remember that day because she was like, are you sure? I was like, yep, loaded up. And then there was another girl it was like a crack house. And I remember the girl there, they were both junkies, and she's like, I don't think you should do it. And I was like, well, I'm doing it. She's like, I don't think you should. It's gonna ruin your life. I was like, my life's already ruined, so let's just make it worse, I guess. So she shot me up. Even me talking about it or thinking about it, I start sweating, and it never's left me. And I haven't shot up in over 5 years, and I still
get the rush.
Yeah, it's crazy. I still have using dreams of me shooting up. They're so real. I'll wake up.
I think so, because they're cutting off. I mean, you see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going in. It's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not just the drug itself. It's the whole process.
It's the whole process.
And it's because you're like, I'm getting my fix. So the whole process is habitual and contributes to that rush.
Yeah.
So she shot me up, and I was instantly like, let's keep going. And just roller coaster. All of a sudden, I'm living in this crack house, and we're finding ways to make money. And I dated some weird dudes, okay? And we're trying to make some money. And this weird dude that I knew that was super obsessed with me, and I needed money. And I was like, hey, I need money. I'm homeless, whatever. He's like, oh, I'll give you money, but you have to do something for me. And I was like, what? And this dude was into feet. He's like, you send me pictures of your feet with you and your friend, I'll give you $250. I was like, done. So easy.
It's just feet.
Yeah, just pictures of our feet, us posing with our feet being the main, focal point. Us putting our feet next to each other's, her feet against my feet, just weird shit. And I made $250. I sent him the photos. Wow. I was like, bring me my money, and he did. And we got more drugs, and then I started selling meth, and I was trekking meth from Nampa to Mountain Home. Mm-hmm. Half pound meth in my freaking car, selling it over there because I knew a lot of people do. No.
Never. Wow.
Now, were you a successful meth dealer, or were you doing more than you were selling?
So I was a break even.
Oh, break even
kind of gal.
So you were selling to use.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yep. I would do half of my stash, what I got, and then I'd sell enough to cover what I borrowed, because I didn't want to fuck with that. I did not want to be in debt to anybody, because I was getting it straight from the source, and I didn't want to fuck with that. I don't know who they're affiliated with, whether it's biker gang, most likely. They were white, so most likely, and I didn't want to fuck with that. I didn't want to fuck with the cartel, so I made sure I paid what I owed, and then I fucked off. So I did that for a while, and then I went back to Mountain Home, and the girl that I was seeing moved back to Mountain Home, so I stayed with her. We were homeless again in Mountain Home, and then I just lost my mind because I was doing so much meth that I finally called my mom, and I was like, I'm ready to get some help. So I went to a detox center. I went to Allen Ball House, actually, detoxed.
Okay.
And then
how old were you?
I was 21, around there. It was 2014. Yeah, around there. I went to Allen Ball, detoxed there for 10 days, and then I went to Port Hope and Nampa for the 30-day program, which is actually around this time that we're in right now. Was around the time that I was in that program. I was on a bunch. It is the most. I vouch for Port Hope. Their program, they don't put up with bullshit. They are old school.
Did you try?
Yes, I did. I really wanted to get clean.
Then what was the bullshit if you really wanted to get clean?
No, I said no bullshit.
Oh.
Yeah, no bullshit. They were no bullshit. They didn't let you fuck around. They didn't let you veer off from your program. They didn't let you, be inappropriate or do the stupid behaviors we do.
Douche.
Exactly. They called you out on your shit. Yeah. They're like, listen, you're here to get clean, and that's what we're doing. It's a program.
Yeah.
And
how come you heard it? this time? How come why were you ready?
Oh, I can tell you that moment. So I was homeless. We were with my ex-girlfriend. We were staying at this random dude's house. It was super creepy, and I was shooting up so much, and I couldn't sleep, and it was hot. There was no AC, and I was just so skinny and just coming down so hard. And I actually woke up, like, I think I fell asleep for like 10 minutes, and I woke up, and I thought I was dead.
You thought you were?
I thought I was dead. That's how long I was up and coming down so hard. I thought I was dead. I woke up, and I was like, I'm dead. And I was like looking at myself from down, laying in this dingy mattress in this dingy apartment in Mountain Home, Idaho.
Fucking covered in jizz. Seriously. It was. I'm sure.
Probably.
Like, don't put a black light on that shit. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Like that mattress.
Needles everywhere. just like I'm dead.
Black light not included.
And when I made that realization that I was dead, it wasn't like, oh, I'm physically dead. No, I'm dead inside. And if I keep doing this, I'm going to just be dead. And I was like, okay, it's time. Because at this point, my mom cut off all contact with me. She's like, you can call me when you're ready to get help. I'm not helping you anymore. I'm not dealing with your bullshit.
Good.
Yes.
Because most parents like carry it on. And
so at that time you went to Port of Hope. Was that the last time? Or?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm an addict now.
Yeah.
I feel like that's normal. First time, like, okay, get the swing of things, like, and then we'll just go back and see how we can, like, do it the next time.
Yeah.
We'll right.
I mean, you get
yeah. Well, I mean, relapses are part of recovery. The fact that I realized I had a problem and I genuinely wanted help for it, and I also knew
that's huge at that age.
Yeah,
it's unusual.
Yeah,
like it's not. It wasn't until I was 30 where I was like, oh shit, I'm a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I was like, oh, I actually shit happens when I do things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, what were you, 26 or 27?
Right now, I'm 27.
No. Oh, okay. So before that, you got. Sober.
Yeah, I was like 20, 21.
Yeah, so
around there.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
to not like carried on like your dad did till 49.
Right. That's exactly why I was like, I don't want to end up like my dad. I don't want to be another statistic, and I don't want to die. Yeah. I'm too young, you know. And I felt like I had a much bigger purpose, but at the time, I felt like I didn't have one. Mm-hmm. That was the missing like void in my life too. I had a dark cloud always following me. I'd just been through so much trauma at that time that I was just kind of like, what's the fucking point? Because my whole life is pain, or I thought so, you know. Because I can be a little over dramatic, but that's how I felt inside. So when you feel that way inside, you do things to help numb the pain, you know. And when you're that young, you don't really know how to deal with it, and when you don't really know how to talk about it, or it's a big emotional like exhaustion to talk about it, what do? You do drugs and alcohol and do stupid shit. So that's what I did. And I went to Port of Hope. Halfway through, I was on a bunch of psych meds that I probably shouldn't have been on because they thought I had like schizoaffective disorder, because they diagnosed me at Allenbaugh with schizoaffective disorder, major anxiety, major depression, and PTSD. They put me on Haldol. Well, I got overdosed on Haldol at the rehab on accident. And then I don't know, halfway through the program, I was hearing and seeing things. I think it was post-acute withdrawal symptoms after the initial, you know, detox from meth, which happens. And I just wanted to kill myself. So I went into my room after group, and we had like a fan in the room, the cord, and I wrapped it around my neck. And
This is at Allenbaugh House?
This is at Port of Hope.
Oh, Port of Hope.
Yeah, halfway through my rehab, and I put my back up against the door, and I wrapped the cord around my neck, and I squeezed it until I passed out. And my roommate saw me disappear from the group during smoke break, so she went to check on me, because I didn't talk to nobody. I just disappeared. I was trying. I like wanted to go, you know. Yeah. I wanted to leave. But she saw me leave quietly, and she went to check on me, and she saw that I blocked the door with my body, because she couldn't open the door, obviously. And she kicked the freaking door down, and I fell over because I was passed out at this point, and the cord loosened, and I woke up. And she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I remember yelling at her. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why'd you do that? Because I didn't want to be here anymore. I didn't.
Yeah.
And those are different stories,
This
too.
is why you are trying to get help.
Yeah, I was like trying, and then it just got so hard at the time for me that I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to reflect on myself anymore. I want to like relive my pain
That's
anymore.
what sucks. Is every time you go to like a counselor, you have to like start at the beginning. You're like,
Right.
Are you serious? Like, this is okay. When I was 9,
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like start.
And I still have to do that.
It sucks.
Yeah. I got used to that, but we can fast forward to when I started doing heroin. So after that friend and I living together didn't work out, I finally kind of got my shit together and I got a job at the dollar store. My mom helped me buy a car. Or no. I started working at the dollar store. My mom helped me find a room for rent, not a car yet. And I met this guy who is the biological father of my son now. I haven't talked to him in years, but anyway, I met him. I was on meth working there. Sorry, Suzanne.
So was this the Dollar Tree?
Yeah,
Or
the
do we
Dollar
wanna
Tree.
mention- Okay, Dollar Tree.
And
In what city?
here in Nampa.
Oh,
yeah.
there's only
I love
two
the
Dollar
Dollar
Tree.
Trees
It
in
sounds so good on
Nampa.
a
People at the
resume.
Dollar Tree love my hair.
They do, yeah. You always get Dollar Tree.
I'm like, fuck yeah, Dollar Tree.
I'm going there for compliments.
Hair shit. No, I'm like trying to go incognito.
Oh, are you like, go?
And like, you don't know me. We haven't
Yeah.
seen each other before, and they're like, I love your hair. And I'm like,
Oh
oh,
my
fuck,
God.
okay.
And there's some weird folks working at the Dollar Tree.
Oh, for
There's
real.
one woman.
I got-
She's super awesome though. She has no voice.
Really?
One
Like
that doesn't have
zero?
a voice.
Just mute?
She's at this Dollar Tree.
Holy
Really?
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
Can't
It's
talk at
like a-
all?
No, I mean, she's missing her shit.
Oh, she's got that little...
Shit's
Does
missing.
she
Throat
have the
thing?
throat thing?
No, she doesn't put a thing
always
to it, but she like
stuff.
squeaks, and I'm like, okay, you're cool.
Okay.
I can totally
like
relate.
You've been
I know.
through some shit.
Yeah, I
You've
understand
been through
you.
some
I'm not gonna
shit.
treat you like asshole.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Hey guys, Toasted Marshmallow Adventures now has merch. Go to toastymarsh.com and get you some.
Sheesh.
I know.
Okay,
I
let's
felt-
move
No,
on.
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
Talk about
Dick
fucking
Chris.
driving.
Let's not.
Let's talk about driving in Nampa because it's a fucking shit show. There's
It is.
way too many of us. Like, stop
remember when I
having
first-
children.
Yeah.
All of you.
I
Like,
first
if
moved
you're
out
of childbearing age, don't do it.
Right,
Because
one and
we
done.
don't-
No.
We
One
don't
and done.
have roads for you
Exactly.
people.
One and that should be like China.
Yeah, like that's
Or
it.
China.
Good. You're good. That was it. You're out. Peace out, people. Because there's too many fucking people in Nampa.
Oh my God.
There is. yeah.
I haven't
And
been here.
Boise. I'm like, what
Yeah,
happened?
It's
What
too
happened
much.
the last 5 years?
It wasn't cool.
It's not.
There was a time in like 1993 when I was living here, and
That's when I was born.
oh, okay, awesome.
It was a good time.
I was driving to Boise,
Yeah.
and on I-184 there were cows. And
Yeah.
there were like 3 of us, and we stopped, and we were on the fucking
connector?
freeway.
Oh my God, I love that.
On the fucking freeway near
84.
Nampa.
Yeah.
And
Cows
the cows
galore.
came out, and we're like, oh fuck, there's cows.
The freeway.
And somebody like took them away, and we're like, oh shit, we can go faster. But
great.
there were like
This is
3
great.
of us. At like what time do I depart the house? It must have been 11. I
Yeah.
don't leave anywhere early.
No.
So like cows at 11, and now you're all fucking dicks. There's too many of us. Like
Yeah.
all the people that came in should just like go somewhere else.
They got to go somewhere.
But don't go where we're.
Yeah,
Not to
no.
Idaho.
That's why we want to move out of here, kind of. Well, one of the
I don't blame
reasons.
you. It's getting bad.
it-
It is
It's-
getting
I'm
worse.
foreseeing
out
it.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of dicks,
I just
except
want
for
to be in the mountains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was
Get
this
the
one
fuck outta
guy
here.
today going 35 and a 55, and I was like, I get it, dude. You're cool.
Oh my
but you're a fucking dick at the same time.
Yeah.
Somewhere to
like
be,
you're
man.
trying to get
Yeah.
somewhere.
Got somewhere to be.
He was
Oh
in
my
that
God.
car that would go ooga ooga, and you're like, that's cool, but I'm fucking late.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
This was Nampa 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Times have changed.
Yeah.
Especially this year. Yeah.
Oh my
year's
God.
ridiculous.
This year sucks. Last year
for
sucked.
real.
And this year sucked.
Yeah, it's just progressively
2
getting
years.
worse.
Lots
But
of suck.
lots of suck. Yes.
But I don't know. I feel like right now life is pretty awesome.
Really?
I mean, in a sense.
Considering, yeah.
I mean, compared to a year ago. No,
I'm not
all right.
there.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, there are.
I mean, you're not in the
Circumstances.
hospital, but I'm still there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
No.
Yeah.
I look at Twitter and I'm like, life sucks.
Oh, well, if you look at Twitter,
Social media is just depressing. So I'm just
really
kind of like,
is.
no.
there's so much misinformation right now, too. It's crazy. So,
I feel like the hashtag should be "Don't be a dick."
yeah, I feel like
across the
that
board.
should
Be
be
nice.
Don't
always,
be a
What is
fucking
so-
dick.
Yeah.
always should be.
Stop
hashtag.
it.
Really a freaking drug dealer, and I'm telling you.
There's so many.
Just
fucking
be
dicks.
nice.
Like I don't feel
why
like
do people
it's that
argue?
hard.
It's
Don't be a fucking
not.
dick.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not for the three of us, but like everybody outside of this house.
Or on
Yeah.
the internet, especially.
Dicks.
I'm like,
Yes.
you got
Lots
big
of-
balls, bro. You think you would say that to my face in real life? Probably not.
It's a lot of
Probably
Karens out
not.
there.
I can fucking say, "Don't be a dick" to your face.
Yeah, I'll just do the heroin story real quick and then kind of wrap up the conclusion. Well, so I only did heroin a couple times, but
Did you actually ever like want to do heroin? Because I feel
Yes.
Like, oh, did you?
I did.
Because like my line was always like anything IV or heroin, based on what I heard.
I just didn't give a fuck. I was
So you
on a
never
road
made
going
that
down.
line.
Not really, no. I mean, I did have morals and things. Like I said, I never stole from people or like I never hurt anybody that didn't deserve it. You know what I mean? So but when it came to me and the choices I did for myself or did to myself, I didn't give a shit because I didn't give a shit about me. At the time, I didn't have a purpose.
Is that because of how you were raised?
Yeah.
It totally was.
Yeah.
Do you think it was more like how you were raised versus genetics? So like
More environmental influence for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, because like I said, I looked up to my dad, but my dad broke me down my whole life, and I didn't realize.
he said you were shit.
You're a
never
bitch.
did
You're
anything.
worthless.
Yeah.
You're not doing it right. You're not.
And
this isn't
he,
good enough.
what was he? Seriously, what was he?
He was just spewing what was spewed to him as a child or whatever.
But he
to me.
wasn't some great thing
No.
where we would be like, oh.
No.
No.
He was a good person and he had a really good work ethic. I did get my work ethic from my dad. I worked my ass off, and I've worked my ass off my whole life.
That's how I am.
Yeah, and those are good things that I can take, but I'm like, I'm going to take
Do you
credit
take
for that.
Do you take that from him?
Yes.
You do.
Well, my mom too. My mom works her ass off too. So both of them. So I got, double influence of work ethic. But, I what I want to do differently from what he did was break the cycle,
Yeah.
because I don't, well,
Actually, yeah, you should break the cycle.
yeah. I think we all should break the cycle on certain things because our parents weren't perfect. We're not perfect. But I think realizing that being self-actual, having self-realizations and seeing patterns and seeing what was done onto us, you don't want to do that to your own kids. And sometimes you do. I've made mistakes. Somebody get too angry.
Mistakes are like,
Right.
you didn't fuck them up for life.
Right.
That's what happened to you and I.
Yeah. But we're not fucked. Sometimes I'm like, I'm kind of fucked at the head, but we're not fucked. Because the fact that we see it and we care, like your response right now tells me that you care, that you don't want that you see it. Our parents or whoever did this to us, they didn't, or they deny it, or they're ignorant to it, or it's too late. It's not too late.
I feel like
As long as you're breathing, it's never too late.
I know, but yeah, like my dad,
Yeah.
he never got it. He never fucking got it.
My dad either. So I get that.
And so I almost feel like his life was a waste.
Yeah.
Like, I almost feel like there's so many of us, so we should, like, the point should be, like, we experience something. I don't think my dad experienced shit.
Yeah.
He, like, died in Delta Junction on a fucking futon.
Yeah. Kind of went from one addiction to another.
It was fucking, I mean, as far as, like, how you're gonna go, it fucking sucks.
Wasn't glamorous.
Sucks. It super sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you and I couldn't even stay there. It fucking reeked of, like, dog piss.
Yeah.
And, like, that's where my dad died, at 77, like a fucking alcoholic. He was sober. He was still smoking, and she made him smoke on the back patio.
Yeah.
And I feel like at that point, like, fucking go for it. Like, Joe Camel, you're all in. Like, fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, you have cancer. Like, fucking. And, like, I texted his wife and I was like, give him morphine, like, or give him vodka. His thing was whiskey, honestly. Like,
my dad too.
And she's like, oh, he's dying. I'm like, fucking go for it.
Yeah, he is there.
I don't even
Argument
like
was
him
that
and
he's
fucking
an
go
addict.
all in. Like, fucking.
At that point, it's like, fuck.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
He's dying.
Like,
He's
make
almost
him
dead.
die happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he should smoke. He should drink. Like, you're a.
Yeah.
So I hope you're okay with how shit went down, because it's I feel like at my age it's hard, like, because you don't decide it. You didn't decide any of the shit.
No.
You didn't decide how you were raised, and then they fucking die, and you're like, oh great, I'm left with that.
Right.
So,
for sure.
yeah.
I could tell you the first year of his passing was so many ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like, you think about everything. You think about your childhood. You think about how they treated you.
About, like,
and there's
who you
anger.
are.
Yeah. Like, oh, I came from this.
Great.
And they were shit. Or you think that way when you're in anger, and then you're like, am I shit? You know, it's just like you question everything. You question your whole life. You question your childhood.
Everything.
You question, like, the value of their parenting.
Yeah.
And you think about all the bad shit they did to you, and you think about all the good stuff just to try to cope with it. And it's just this complicated up and down roller coaster. And the first year, and the thing with grief is it's really interesting, because like, my dad's been dead for 4 years. Some year, like, 1 year I'm like, okay, it's cool, I accepted it, I'm at peace with it. And then the next year I'm like, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, and it's a date, like his death date or his birthday or Father's Day. I'm like, I'm not okay. Like, last year I call my friends, I was like, I'm not okay. Like, this is my dad's death anniversary. Like, please come over. I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
And I drank myself to sleep. I ain't gonna lie. But this year, and like maybe 2 years ago, I was just like, we're gonna breathe. We're gonna get through this day, and we're gonna be positive and calm and accepting of it.
And
that's the way it is.
He did.
Yes. So it is definitely a roller coaster. Grief is a roller coaster.
Like, my whole fucking thing is, don't fuck up people the way he fucked up me.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I get it. It sucks.
And it hurts.
It hurts like hell.
Yes.
It hurts like hell.
And honestly, it affects your shit.
Yeah.
Like, going forward in a way that you wouldn't think.
Yeah.
It'll hit you. And you'll be like, oh,
It's in waves.
That's my dad.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
He's not even here.
Well, I've noticed, I noticed that, like, after your dad passed, even the feelings you had for your dad, you were still just really sad after he passed. And there were times.
Well,
I mean,
I don't feel like the same sad as with my
I mean, it's
mom. It was
different,
like unresolved.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Like, you're never fucking coming back. Okay, well, that works
I
for
have to
you,
work these
but
feelings
I'm
out on
still
my own.
here.
fucking dick.
We
Yeah.
never got to squash anything. We never
No.
got to talk. We never.
And honestly, we had a chance to go back before my dad died, and I didn't see a point, because what are we going to rehash? Like 20 years of shit,
Right.
and then you die, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not fucking doing that. So we actually ended up being there the day after you died.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
a day.
Which I feel like was awesome, honestly, because he had lost 60,
I think a lot of
pounds.
weight.
Wow.
I don't remember exactly, but
He had cancer. I didn't know for 10 years, so that's how close we were. And I'm an only child, and all the bullshit. And my goal is not to like extend that. I don't want to give that to Peyton or Brannigan or give
they got their own
the bullshit.
Yeah. I have a 4-year-old son.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. I don't want to see my kid grow up, drinking and numb pain or putting a needle in his vein.
If you're gonna drink, just fucking go for it. But don't be like, because you're in pain.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you want to, and it's like, fuck.
You don't want to see your kids. Yeah, and I have to think about that too, and kind of prepare in that way too, because it's very likely. It's very likely.
Unfortunately, it probably is. I feel like, even if I went through the whole like bachelor's addictions thing, but like some people were like, oh, it's genetic. Some people are like, oh, it's familial.
It's both.
I feel like it is.
It's
both. And there's different amounts of each. So like I could take some shit and you'd be fine with, or the vice versa. But I could totally implode with some stuff and you'd be fine, and but it totally fucks your life up. It totally fucks your, like, in a way that you can't even almost explain. So I have friends now where I'm like, shit's going down. And I won't tell. I don't tell the details.
Yeah.
Like with Kathy and Leanne, because I'm like, shit's been bad for a while. So are you like that, or do you like? Are you okay with like sharing your shit that's bad? Because I'm not good at it.
I have just talked to so many therapists, and I'm kind of an open book. When it's appropriate, So
do you have really close friends?
I do. Yeah.
That you can share your shit with? Yeah,
for the most part. If it's my past, it's been a few years, I can talk to it with really anybody if they want to listen, or if it's appropriate. Anybody? Yeah, I'm pretty open book. I'm not gonna like go out just to talk about my story, but if it's a conversation naturally evolving into that, I'll share, because I want to relate to people, and it's therapeutic for me, and it's therapeutic I feel like for others. So I feel like I bond with people through my drama and theirs, because they open up to me too. I like that keeps me going, because I'm like, I can share my pain with others. It could be a random person or a coworker or a friend, and then they share a little piece of themselves with me, and we have that moment, and that means the world to me, because it makes me feel less alone.
Well, how old were you when the first time you did heroin? You said you only done it a few times?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was your big addiction.
No, mine was meth.
It was meth.
Meth. I did heroin the first time, I think it was 22.
Okay. This was after you went to Port of Hope. Okay. I
got in a fight with my then boyfriend, who was the biological father of my son. I got drunk when I drove to my dealer's house, and he had heroin. Because he didn't have meth. I wanted meth, but he had heroin. I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I did it. I hated it. I hated it. I threw up.
The first time?
No.
Oh, really? Wow.
It was nasty, black tar heroin. I got really sick. I threw up. Yeah, but I did it a couple more times because it was there,
Now, black tar heroin, I've only heard the term because I've never done heroin in my life. Is that like the dirty shit?
Yeah, so like heroin is like, it looks like tar. Or you get the good shit, the white shit, but that's, you ain't gonna find that in Idaho. But black tar heroin, it looks like tar. It's really sticky. You melt it down on a spoon, whatever. It's not that great. Makes you sick, especially if it's like you're not used to like opiates, or because I was always, like I said, my drug of choice was meth, so I was always like stimulants, amphetamines. Like I always wanted to be up, and heroin's like downer. So when I did, I just got really sick, but I kept doing it.
Was it just to get you through like a withdrawal, or what?
I just did it because got in fight with my boyfriend, and I was drunk, and I just wanted to get high because I was upset.
Yeah.
And I did it. And then I went on a runner for 3 days, and I was shooting up heroin and meth. I was at a hotel party in Caldwell with a bunch of junkies and a prostitute and a pimp, and we were just seriously, this shit happens in Idaho. We were just shooting on meth and heroin, and then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and I got clean for 2 weeks, and then I found I was pregnant, and I haven't touched that shit since.
And that was what year?
2014 or 15 because it's 2020.
Okay.
And I've been clean for 5 years.
Nice.
My son saved my life, and just being done with that lifestyle, it was dangerous.
Did you go into a program at that point, or you just...
Nope, I quit cold turkey, and I haven't touched that shit since.
Wow. So now what's it like, say, when you go and work on New Start, which is, for those of you that don't know, a drug and alcohol recovery program where we work?
It's interesting because addicts are manipulative, and they'll try to get away with anything they can get away with that they want to do, because we're just entitled people.
Yeah.
We act like children, but we're in adult bodies, and coming on the other side, taking care of these people, watching and observing these people, I just see things that I've tried to do when I was in rehab or trying to get off drugs. And so you kind of have to call them out. You have to. Yeah. Because if you especially with an addict, if you let shit slide, they will keep doing it. Yeah. And it could be the smallest thing. It could be sneaking food. It could be being inappropriate with one another. It could be, the store needs to stay open, and they're shutting it. Yeah. It could be, eating extra food. It just little shit. Because that builds up into, well, you know what? I'm getting away with this. I'm going to get away with shooting up heroin again. I'm going to get away with lying to my family. I'm going to get away with whatever, because it's allowing to happen. You have to teach them to hold themselves accountable by holding them accountable. It's literally raising a child again.
Do you ever see yourself in any of them? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You get lonely in rehab. I get that. This rehab is co-ed, so I get that. You get lonely, and you want company, and you want to feel special, and you want to feel loved, because obviously you're an addict. You don't love yourself. You're putting a needle in your arm, so you're trying to do better, but you're lonely through the process. And a lot of addicts have codependency issues, or have sex issues, or whatever, relationship issues. And so just being inappropriate, I get that, because I was lonely, didn't want to be alone. But some shit you have to do on your own. You need to be alone. You need to feel the pain of being alone. You need to break a cycle of codependency, because codependency is addiction as well, and it often goes hand in hand with drug and alcohol addicts. So that things like that, and just pushing boundaries and pushing limits. What can I get away with? Totally. And so that's why if I ever work on that unit, I'm like, listen, this isn't no. And if you want to think I'm an asshole, if you want to think I'm not the cool person in my rehab program that's watching over me, I don't care. It's not gonna hurt my feelings if you don't like me, but you will respect me, and you will be held accountable. And trust me, those people that are extra anal on you, it's because they care.
How important is structure in rehab?
Very important. Very important.
How
routine.
So?
Well, when you're an addict and you're out there doing your thing, there's no structure. You are doing whatever you want. You are living recklessly and dangerously. Structure brings stability. You need stability. All humans need structure and stability to function in society. And addicts don't have that when they are out and using. It alienates them from being a functioning member of society and being stable and having a stable life. Yeah. So it's very important, especially in rehab. That's crucial. You need to get up at this time. You need to go to your groups at this time. You need to do your work. You need to hold yourself accountable. You need to listen to what you're being told within the program. You need to follow the rules. Because it's going to help you in the end. If you really want to get clean, you really want to get your life together, you need to do what the program entails. that's the only way to be effective. And yeah, if they might go out and relapse again, and that's just the disease of addiction. But I could tell you from experience being in rehab myself, if I did not go to rehab, I'd be dead right now. So I learned a lot of things, even through the tough times during my rehab stay, and I don't regret it at all. I'm glad I went. It saved my life. Even though I did relapse afterwards. I think just for conclusion, because I have to go back to my child. I didn't realize what time it was. I think in conclusion, I wanted to share my drug history and what I went through and getting clean and staying clean, because I want people to know that there are other people out there that have been through all the bullshit and all the trauma and have come out alive and happy and have built, stable lives for myself, because I have a bachelor's degree now. I have a good job. I have a 4-year-old son that I love. I have a really good relationship with the man that I'm with right now, and I have really good friends and really good relationships with my family. Like, you can recover, and you can build a good life for yourself, and you can overcome the shit that you've been through in the past. And I'm just one of those examples of it. So if my story helps anybody, I know it's kind of sounded like I was war storying a little bit here and there, just to give context. But just to kind of show, like, I've done them all. I've done all the drugs, and I've seen all the things, and I've done all the things.
Hey guys, Toasted Marshmallow Adventures now has merch. Go to toastymarsh.com and get you some.